Is this the one with the music too?
Yes, very famous music.
Yep.
Welcome, welcome.
Well, welcome to you.
Now, when I'm thinking of movies for you, I'm hesitant to go earlier than the 70s because I don't. Is there a time when you think you watched more movies?
Oh yeah.
When did you think you watched more movies?
Well, my brother and I used to go to Fox Theater probably once a month.
Okay. And that was back in the...
That would have been in probably the 50s.
Okay.
50s, yeah.
And
instead of getting a babysitter, we got 25 cents to go to the theater and 15 to get in and 10 cents for a treat.
Nice. Did you get like a drink and a popcorn to share, like each, or?
No, I can't remember what we did. Probably licorice or one of those things.
Something good, yeah.
Something really healthy.
Are you a black licorice or a red licorice man?
Red licorice.
Okay, all right.
And I couldn't even tell you which ones we saw.
Of course, yeah. And I mean, if it's not something that was really important to you, if it was important, you would still be watching movies. So it's not something that was important to you. So there's no reason you should necessarily remember what you watched back then.
So we did.
Kill it afternoon
because you're in the evening, Saturday night.
Okay, so it was babysitting. Now, does this mean your parents were out?
Would go out.
Oh, nice. Okay.
We would go to the theater.
Okay, well that's cool.
And then we'd run like hell home
because it was dark out.
It was only two blocks away from the theater.
Yeah. Were they home by the time you got home?
Not usually.
But sometime shortly after.
I think we watched the show twice, 7 and 9.
You watched the same movie twice?
Oh, yeah.
So it really was babysitting. Just stay until you've seen it twice and then go home.
Yeah, well, that was the whole idea.
Yep.
And it was okay.
No, that's fine.
I can't remember much about it.
Yeah. So the 60s, you definitely were watching less movies, I'm assuming.
Oh, yeah, partly.
As you got into your teens, it was more everything else.
Everything else.
Okay. So we're going to watch a movie that is one of those movies that people feel you should have seen. Feel like everybody should have seen.
Well, that doesn't. I'm not everybody.
I know. I get that.
I'm somebody.
Yeah. I think when I talk about the fact that you haven't seen very many movies on this channel, and we've joked about it, we've talked about it because it's true. Yeah. I think what people might not realize is how you're not also getting that cultural osmosis. I have a lot of friends who are movie fans.
Yep.
And some of them haven't seen what are considered like must-see classics.
Yep.
And they aren't necessarily worried about it. They aren't necessarily planning on watching them, but they've absorbed these movies through cultural osmosis. They get referenced on The Simpsons. They get referenced everywhere. So, something like, Pulp Fiction was one that people were really surprised you haven't seen. And I think all my movie fans have seen it. But for people who haven't seen it, they've probably seen memes where it's like image jokes. They've seen memes of it. They've seen, spoofs, all sorts of things that they've absorbed a lot of it, or what they feel is a lot of it. They might not be right. I mean, watch the good movies because they're good and there's more to them than just a meme. And I think
is this a test to see if I've done that?
I'm going to test you before we even reveal the name of the movie. I actually, on the last video, we forgot to do a pop quiz. But we won't pop quiz today. Ooh. But I do want to ask you about a couple of movies, and the question will be, have you seen it? Probably not.
Of course. Yeah.
Are you aware of it? This is something that our audience needs to know. That cultural osmosis has not permeated you. That's what osmosis does.
That doesn't surprise me. I can put up a shield and protect myself from
all the slime that's trying to osmiate you. Is that a word?
Corrupt my mind.
That's right. So I'm just going to throw a couple of movies at you that are like the movies that I think people would wonder if you are aware of and wonder if you've seen. And I'm wondering. So I'm one of those people. Rocky?
Yeah, I think I saw one Rocky.
Okay.
One of them, I think. Yeah.
That came out the year I was born, so...
Yeah, I might have saw one of them.
Okay. Let's see. So obviously you're aware of it. Now I don't want to go too far on this because we should get into the movie soon, and I haven't even revealed the name of it to you. But you suggested that you might have seen a Stephen King movie. At one point, you feel like you've read a book probably.
I've read a few of his books.
Okay, and you might have seen a movie. So the one that seems most likely is a movie called Shawshank Redemption.
No.
Okay, that's the one that would be most likely for you to have seen, I think.
Yeah.
It probably wouldn't be one of his horror ones. He writes in several genres. There's always a bit of fantasy to a lot of his stuff, but it isn't all horror.
See, my only concern is maybe I'm reflecting on what I've seen in highlights of it or read in a book.
That's that cultural osmosis.
Yes, I may never have ever seen the movie,
Yeah,
which
and
is more likely.
Well, exactly, and that's certainly true, and it's true of me as well. I use a website called Letterboxd, and I have a list of all the movies. It lists the movies you've seen. You can write reviews, blah 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 blah. And one thing I did when I started listing the movies, because I didn't have it when I was young, so I was going back and adding the ones that I saw when I was younger. One of the things I did was I tried to hold myself to a certain standard of being 100% sure I've seen it, because I'm just like you in that sense that there's like a million movies that I've seen trailers for. I used to walk through the video store and see video store covers all day long as I was renting as a kid and putting them out as a worker later on, right? When I managed the Blockbuster there, I was in front of videos all the time. So there's a million movies that I've looked at the cover a million times, and so I had to be as honest as I can. And
It's hard to remember.
Well, it is.
You have more. You're focused more on the movies. That's nothing that really I focus on.
Yeah.
So my memory would be vague at the best.
Yeah.
Even though I'm a genius.
Well, that's what you're known for. That one's after your name too. Genius. That's the one.
Right. That's right. A lot of that. And then there was a BS initials on the end of that for my name.
Yeah, that's right. All right. Okay, so the movie we're going to watch today, the movie that I think, if people aren't thinking you should have seen this, then I'll be shocked, is Star Wars.
Yep.
Okay, so you have not seen Star Wars, I assume.
No,
okay, I brought a backup just in case, but I was pretty confident you hadn't seen it.
No.
What I've done with this one, just for fun, it's one of those movies. There's a few that have done this, and it's one of those movies that's been released a couple of times, and the director has changed it, gone in and changed little things, and then eventually at one point he made more significant changes to it.
Were there sequels to Star Wars?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I probably missed those too.
I probably did. I remember you dropped me off at the theater. They'd done a re.
Did I have to pick you up, or did you find your way home?
Well, I knew where I lived, so I probably could have. I didn't
Door
run.
was open? I didn't lock it? Well, I didn't think I got a chance to get you out.
I know, right? I was very homebody. I don't know how I got home. What I was thinking.
Little hermit down there.
So this one has been changed a lot over the years, and as I was saying,
changed a lot?
Well, the movie. He went in and
they keep updating a movie that was been out for 10 years.
10 years. This one's of that. Yeah, the first update was, I think, about 3 years after it came out. Very small update, as I understand it. He went in, and so the movie came out. It was called Star Wars.
Right.
And then they came out with the second one, which is Empire Strikes Back.
Right.
And when they did that, he went back and he edited the title of the movie to Star Wars Episode 4: A New Hope. So the idea...
That was one episode, though.
Yes, but once he knew he was going to make the sequels he wanted to, he decided to retroactively change it so that it was now...
Starts at number 4.
Yeah. It's a whole thing. I'm not going to get into it.
Okay.
That was just the first change, and that was the version that I saw. Since then, the major change was 1997, which was 20 years after it came out, because it came out in 77. Okay. 20 years after it came out, they came out with a special edition. They changed special effects, like put CG over them, re-released it to theaters to make more money, pay for their changes.
Oh, wow.
Added in a scene that everybody had wanted to see, but it looked bad. It looked bad. The CG was not ready for this scene, and that scene has been changed several times since.
Better now?
Yeah, I think so, but it's still. So what I've done here, there's a fan edit. So people will. I know. Okay, so what happens is people will take movies they like, and sometimes they'll. The thing that I find the least interesting to me is the ones where they will take a movie and edit it for their own enjoyment to what they want it to be. So take out characters they don't like and that kind of thing. It's cool. Like I understand the appeal to doing it, but it's not something I'm interested in.
Right.
This fan edit of Star Wars is called the despecialized edition, because the new version is called the special edition. So this version takes it as close back to the very first original version as it can be.
Cool.
Taking out I think this one should even have like the Star Wars logo, which I've never seen. I've always seen it, the very first time I saw it was Star Wars Episode 4, A New Hope. So this one will be Star Wars. So so this is the most original version of the story, and I don't know. I will see if you like it. I think it's going to be better than the last one.
I hope so. This could be the end of our.
We've got a new hope that this will be a better movie for you.
If you go the other way, I think we're going to lose.
Well, we won't lose.
You're going to lose your co-host.
All right, I promise this is better. Whether you like it more is up to you, but it is better.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's go. There it is, everything you need to know to watch the movie.
There you go. I guess we're finished now.
That's right.
Looks like a shark, doesn't it? Mm-hmm. Oh, A2, Y2, or whatever his name is?
R2-D2?
Yeah, right. Oh, is that Darth?
You got it.
Hey, how about that?
See, you know stuff about Star Wars.
Yeah, I know some of them.
Cultural osmosis, like I said.
Yeah, I must have probably got it in my sleep.
R2-D2, where are you?
I can't remember his name, though.
You'll get it in a minute, or I can tell you if you want.
No, it's all right.
If this is a consular ship, where is the ambassador?
Ooh.
Yeah, it's not going to be answering that.
Have your ship apart until you found those plans and bring me the passengers. I want them alive.
Were they after Princess Leia or something, or?
Yeah, well, she's the ambassador. They're also looking for the plans they mentioned.
Oh, right. Oh.
It's just a stun.
What plans? What are you talking about? I'm not getting in there.
Change your mind, maybe. Boom.
Poor guy.
I guess they're not on Earth.
No.
don't
That's a
look
long
like
time
Earth.
ago in a galaxy far, far away.
They are that far away. Okay. I hope those people aren't here when I'm here. Nope, there he goes. I guess he couldn't climb stairs, I guess, eh?
No, he's not much of a stair climber.
That's why they sucked him in a wind tube, or what do they call him?
Yeah, some kind of vacuum.
They got him too.
That's a different guy.
Oh, okay.
A few different ones. They got lots of droids.
Oh, yeah. Okay, this is space junk they collected.
Yep. It's a garbage can.
I think that's what that
I think you're right.
the whole inside of it is. A big giant garbage can with garbage cans inside.
That's right.
What's going around collecting things, I guess.
Yeah.
Cleaning up their country or planet.
Yeah.
They got a name for those little people?
They're called Jawas.
Okay.
Aw.
Pick me, pick me.
No, I don't think he likes you at all. No, I don't like you either.
Where are you going?
Looks like I'm going nowhere. I have to go finish cleaning those droids. You know, that little droid is going to cause me a lot of trouble.
Oh, he excels at that.
He said he was dead.
Oh, he's not dead. Not yet.
3PO.
A young Jedi named Darth Vader. He betrayed and murdered your father.
Now he begs you to help him in his struggle against the Empire. I regret that I am unable to present my...
I thought she had just a small part. She's quite small, but she has a big part.
I can't get involved. I've got work to do.
Are giving you clairvoyance enough to find the rebels' hidden fort.
He's got some powers. Force choke.
Tighten his collar up a little bit, it looks like.
I think he's just squeezing his air pipe.
Vader,
Release him. As you wish.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
We will then crush the rebellion with one swift stroke.
That guy reminds me of a Nazi kind of a guy.
That's what they're going for. Yeah, they definitely.
Oh, was they?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, the guys in white there, the bad guys in the white armor,
Yeah.
they call them stormtroopers.
Oh, okay. There you go.
But yeah, I mean, it was the 70s. If you're going to make a villain, you might as well make him Nazi-like.
Oh, yeah. Bet you every kid would like one of those, too.
Yep.
Did you ask for one for Christmas?
I think I was too smart to think they were real.
Oh, okay.
I definitely, I'm sure at some point asked for the toys, though.
Hydrofoil, eh?
Mm-hmm.
Car.
Yeah, George Lucas was a big car guy. He was a big fan of, like, classic cars.
Ooh, somebody got there.
Uh-huh. Some barbecue.
Yeah. It might piss him off enough to go after them now. She looks young, doesn't she?
Yes.
How old is she at that, do you know?
This is 77. I'm sure she's around 20 years old.
Okay.
I want to come with you to Alderaan. There's nothing for me here now.
Mm-hmm.
I want to learn the ways of the Force and become a Jedi like my father.
Attaboy.
Mm-hmm.
You can go about your business.
Move along.
Move along.
That was easy.
Yeah, you know, the Force is good.
Just tell them what you want to say.
It's not just for choking people.
That's right.
The Force can have a strong influence on the weak-minded.
Mm-hmm. Yes. What's that guy again?
Chewbacca.
Okay. Yep.
One's not worth the effort. Come, let me get you something.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't even look like it's sharp.
It's a lightsaber.
Oh, yeah, I guess so.
Just cuts with light.
It's a ship that made the Kessel run in less than 12 parsecs.
I don't have it with me. Tell Jabba.
Yeah, Oscar.
Yes, I bet you have.
With something, yeah.
They don't care.
Nope.
Not in a place like this.
Nope.
The door's locked. Move on to the next one.
Not too bright, are they?
No, it doesn't take much.
Of course, the door's going to be locked, I would hope.
Right?
What a piece of junk.
There's a co-pilot, eh?
Yep.
Oh, there they come.
Which way? All right, men, load your weapons.
This guy's got quite a snout there.
Yeah.
Why didn't you outrun him? I thought you said this thing was fast.
Watch your mouth, kid. You're gonna find yourself floating home.
Mm-hmm.
I recognized your foul stench when I was brought on board.
A pretty good job.
Yeah. Blew up a whole planet, you know.
Yeah.
As if millions of voices suddenly cried out in terror and were suddenly silenced.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Terminator, immediately.
Uh-oh.
We're opening the magnetic field.
Looks pretty small in there, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah. Nothing small about the Death Star, that's for sure.
Yep.
I mean, he's a smuggler.
Yes, he is, isn't he? Yeah.
Would you give us a hand with this?
A trap.
Mm-hmm.
Oop, yep. That'll do it.
Ooh. Yep.
Bring 'em on. I prefer a straight fight to all this sneaking around.
Okay, we're rooting for you guys.
The Force will be with you. Always.
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 Just bend, bite the dust.
Marching into the detention area is not what I had in mind. But they're gonna kill her! Better her than me.
When the Force is with you, Luke, go for him.
Yep.
Well, more well than you can imagine.
I don't know. I can imagine quite a bit. All right, kid. You better be right about this.
All right.
What's your plan?
Plan?
Well, good luck.
Isn't very reassuring.
Oop. Pop him on the beanie.
We're fine. We're all fine here now. Thank you. How are you?
Somebody has to save our skins.
Get in there, you big polio! I don't care what you smell!
I smell garbage. It's a garbage chute.
Whoa, dove in.
Head first.
Oh.
Oh.
No, wait!
Ooh, shooting around in there. Pretty thick. Let me out. He doesn't like it. He doesn't.
I got a bad feeling about this.
Spaceship compactor, eh?
Yep.
Pretty big one.
Yeah. It's a big spaceship.
Yeah, that's true. It's more than a spaceship, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a space station.
That's right.
Yeah.
Listen to them. They're dying, R2.
You hearing that thing? You're braver than I thought.
Nice, come on.
Whoop.
Yeah.
Quick, we've got to get across. Find the controls that extend the bridge.
I think I just blasted it.
Oh, he's no a Jedi again. Mm-hmm. Ooh, the big guy.
Mm-hmm.
Lock the door, kid!
Nice shot.
Don't worry. She'll hold together.
Hear me, baby? Hold together.
Finally got one.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no, another one. They're on a roll here.
Yeah. Ooh, I thought he got him. There you go.
Uh-huh.
I think I'm melting.
He got it tied up a little.
He did the worst of all of them.
Mm-hmm.
You're sure the homing beacon is secure aboard their ship?
Uh-oh.
I wonder if he really cares about anything. Or anybody.
I care.
You think a princess and a guy like me?
No.
Oh, an EV one, eh?
There you go.
Yeah. Way ahead of his time, that little guy.
Yep.
Getting
Charged up.
And may the Force be with you.
There's enough of them.
Yeah.
Oh, one man little
Good reward if you ain't around to use it. And that battle station ain't my idea of courage. It's more like Suicide.
Luke, the Force will be with you.
Can hold it. Hold on. No, I'm all right.
Oh, I guess not.
No.
I can't shake him.
Death Star will be in range in 5 minutes.
Whoop.
Comes Darth Vader.
He's piloting one himself, isn't he? Yeah.
Yeah, he's in the middle one there, the cool looking one.
There he is.
I copy, Gold Leader.
It came from behind.
Whoops.
Evacuate? In our moment of triumph? I think you overestimate their chances.
Negative.
He's by himself now?
I think they're, yeah,
Maybe one. I don't know. Yeah.
not many.
On in full throttle. That'll to keep those fighters off our back.
Right with you,
No,
boss.
no, guess not.
It's like 2 of them, 3.
Yeah.
That's not a lot of people.
Yes. Ooh.
He's back.
Huh?
He's back. Han Solo came back to help.
Where's, oh, up there.
Yeah.
This thing and go home.
Oh.
Remember, the Force will be with you. Always.
Oh, there goes Darth, though. They can't get him out of the show yet.
No. He'll just fly away.
Yep. Oh, there he is.
You must repair him. Sir, if any of my circuits or gears will help, I'll gladly donate them.
I don't want a medal. I want money.
He got both. He had the boxes of money he
He
took.
did, eh? Okay.
Yeah, he's
oh, that's
good.
right. Those.
Yeah.
Where's
Yeah.
you two there now? R2D, whatever it is. R2D, you two. He must be rolling in soon.
He'll be all right. I'm sure he's there.
There he is.
Yay!
Rocking in.
Doing a little dance. So that was Star Wars.
All right.
Okay, so for the pop quiz, I need to preface this a little bit before we do the pop quiz. So,
Okay.
I talked about the fact that this movie's been changed so many times.
Right.
One of the main scenes, or at least one of the scenes that's been changed a lot, is the scene in the bar where Han Solo gets pulled aside by the guy with the green face,
Right.
and they talk,
Right.
and then Han Solo shoots him, right?
Right. Okay.
Okay, so one of the changes that they've changed that multiple times, trying to figure out what they consider the best new way to do it, and what they've changed essentially is Han Solo shooting him first.
Oh, okay.
So they started off with having, I can't remember the specific order. Somebody can correct me later on, but basically, like, there was one version where the guy's Greedo, the green-faced guy, shoots at him, and he like ducks to the side and then shoots Greedo.
Right.
And then there's a version where they kind of shoot at the same time.
Okay.
Yeah, and obviously in the version we watched, which is the original version, Han Solo just shoots him, right?
Yeah.
The other guy doesn't get a shot off. He doesn't even have he's got a gun on him, but he doesn't do
Okay.
anything.
Right.
So the pop quiz, you're the pop, here's your quiz. What version do you think is the best one? How do you think that scene should have gone down?
Oh my gosh. Well,
I
I
know.
just, I don't know. I just saw the one that I saw, and it seemed
Yeah.
to be pretty darn good. I didn't mind
Yeah.
that at all. I thought,
No.
I thought that Why mess with it?
Well, I agree. I'm on your side completely. It was one of those things where they felt like he was too much of a bad guy because he was shooting, he's not intended to be like lily white kind of hero, right? He's not the white hat from the old Westerns. He's he's a smuggler. And it was his life on the line, and he shot the guy who was going to put him in a situation where he was going to die.
That's right. So I thought that was... Why mess with that?
Anyway, I guess, I don't know. But anyways, yeah. So, and that leads into not a pop quiz, but just a general idea. What do you think about the idea of taking a piece of art that's already out there? This is the people who made it themselves, not the fan edit stuff, and changing it, like George Lucas has done with this film several times. That scene, other scenes, and other directors have done the same thing. So he's not alone in this, but he's perhaps the most well-known of the people. What do you think about the idea?
Well, I guess there's only two thoughts.
Yeah.
Either it improves the movie or it doesn't.
Yeah, absolutely.
And, these guys are the artists, perfectionists. And I think that they're probably thinking they can do just a little bit better. Whether they do or don't is probably only up to the audience.
That's true.
Because they're going to think it is the best way.
Yeah, and I think that ultimately, I'm as long as the original version exists, it doesn't matter, I think, because as long as you're able to see both versions. But that's where Star Wars becomes one of the more egregious examples of this, because
there are more than one.
And they've taken the ability to see the original version away from their audience. As they release new versions, I think at one point...
How'd you find this one?
Well, it was, like I said, somebody created it and put it on the internet.
Oh, right, okay.
But essentially, this version, I don't think will ever get a release. No. They might eventually do one that's got the Star Wars Episode 4, A New Hope kind of thing.
Right.
Because this is something that people don't even care about, except for true whatever. The guy who made this cares about making it just Star Wars, no subtitle.
Yeah, I
but other people don't, I think, in general care. That version I think maybe there was a DVD that came out a little while ago that was included with a Blu-ray. So Blu-ray is your highest quality, and they put out a lower quality version, something like that. But I think essentially they've made the non-special editions unavailable, so you cannot get them. Yeah, and I think as long as they're not doing that, it doesn't matter. I do think that art belongs to the viewer. Once we've seen it, it becomes ours.
Well, that's what I'm going to say. If you didn't see the first one, the second and third would be yours. And you wouldn't even know that there might have been a better scene, or in your mind a better version. Scene.
Yeah, absolutely.
So that's, like you say, it's up to the viewer. And I don't know, I wouldn't know what to...
We can't compare it to anything.
No,
absolutely. I'm not going to show you the other versions.
I don't want to see. One's enough. I like this one.
Yeah.
This version's good enough for me.
And they actually changed that scene as recently as, I think, 2020. So
that you mentioned earlier. Now, is that the only major scene that they've changed, or well, you said they've changed.
They've added special effects. They changed the special effects. They went to computer animation for all of it.
That. Some of that could be improved.
Yeah,
no question.
Yeah, but I mean,
as long as it doesn't change the story, as long as it improves the animation.
Yeah, if they want to do that, I guess.
Yeah, I don't mind
but they included a scene. So you know how Han Solo owes money to someone named Jabba, right?
Yeah.
He says, Jabba, you owe him money, and he's going to try and figure out how to get it. There was a scene, and they actually, so this is, I don't want to get too far into this, but I'll just do it really quickly. There was a scene, they shot it originally, and it included Jabba, and he's wearing a robe and a human in a robe. Eventually, they decided, they left the scene out. They didn't like it. They didn't like that version of Jabba. And then what they did for the special edition was they put computer animation over that figure, included the scene so he looks more like he might later on, and kind of and it looks really bad, but I mean, they've changed it since then, and I think it's still in there, but they've changed it so that the computer animation looks better now.
I don't think they needed a picture of Jabba.
No, he's not important to the story.
He's somebody that this guy owes money to, but hey, we don't need to see him.
No, I agree.
I don't miss him.
No, absolutely.
My thought of Jabba was Big Jabba,
Yeah, right? Well, absolutely.
And he might have been a skinny one, which would have really thrown me off.
Absolutely. So, so obviously Star Wars was a bit of a, a watershed moment. It was a big blockbuster, made a lot of money, and sort of revitalized science fiction a little bit.
I guess it's modern science fiction.
Modern science fiction, yeah. And it kind of I don't know, there was goofy kids sci-fi, and this is kind of that too, but there was goofy kids sci-fi, and then there was like stuff like a movie called Silent Running, which was very, let's say, intelligent sci-fi. It was very much that kind of thing.
I would be right into that one.
Right, yeah, right. All the fun in the world.
I might even be superior to that. on a better day.
Yeah, on a better... Not on a Saturday in January.
No, not before I get older.
But yeah, so it kind of revitalized in the sense that at least it made people make a lot more sci-fi.
Yeah.
And I mean, we've seen sci-fi. We watched The Thing, but this is more, this is sort of a space opera. This is inspired by, I don't know if you ever watched Flash Gordon.
I used to watch. I knew of them again. I might have watched a few years and years and years ago.
Yeah.
I'm sure I did when I was a kid.
Yeah, well,
otherwise I wouldn't think of Flash Gordon.
Right, absolutely. They were serials, so they were made for like episodes for the theater, and then eventually played on television because, hey, they're already in episodes.
Wasn't
perfect.
there comic books too?
There were. It was a, I don't know if he started as a comic book character. I feel like I should know. I think he did, yeah. There was a few that started as books and then kind of went out into everything.
Yeah, I never
like a Tarzan. No, I didn't think you did. No.
I just remember there were comic books about him.
Of course. And I mean, he was a popular character, and they've tried to bring him back a few times.
Yeah.
And yeah, this is sort of inspired by that. I think they call it like a space opera, kind of that sort of space adventure movie, which is different from like The Thing, which is, science fiction, but it's set on Earth and it's horror and blah, 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 blah.
Okay.
Yeah. So this is more of the adventure one. So what were your favorite parts? What were some things that stuck out to you the most?
Oh, there's a lot of things in it.
Oh, yeah.
Gosh, jeez.
It's that serial influence. It's like, if you look at it, it's almost like 5 episodes of a thing put together in a way.
Well, I like the characters.
Yeah.
I liked I wouldn't know the name. Luke, I know, but
Luke, Han, Leia.
Leia, I know, yeah.
Obi-Wan.
I really liked the interaction of the characters. I thought they were honest.
Yeah.
They could believable characters, even
in a science fiction space setting.
Yeah. And of course, some of the air fights are kind of cool.
Yeah.
Especially when you could see them lining up and boom!
That last that trench run was really cool.
I was being a little critical at times about the animation, but then it was, at the time, it was really good animation.
Oh, absolutely! It was. You know what they did,
and even now it wasn't that bad.
No.
I'm looking at the shape of the ships, maybe a little.
That's what I liked about them. Actually, I like the way the ships are kind of like they're just so like put together like by pieces almost.
That's what I mean. They weren't, in my mind, really legitimate, cool-looking spaceships, but they were really, because they were unorthodox.
Yeah.
And like I said, that wouldn't look like a shark because where the porthole was down underneath it.
Yeah, it was
I
cool.
thought that was kind of cool.
Yeah, there was some good design there, and I think it's not supposed to be Earth history. It's not supposed to be us going into space in the future, right? It's in the past.
Right. Yeah.
So, like, the idea that it would be something different than we design, right? Obviously, everything we design is to go into space especially, is very smooth, and like, we have a specific sort of line to our all of our stuff.
Yeah.
And this was, something different, which
Beyond
made
that,
sense. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, the laser fights were a little phony.
You didn't like the laser fights?
Well, they how could they miss all those shots? We're only 20 feet away.
I don't know. It's a stormtrooper thing. Like, that's the joke about the stormtroopers that you picked up on really early, is that, yes, they have the worst aim in the world for some reason.
And Luke wasn't that good either at times.
Yeah, well, that's true. Well,
but
and then when
they were firing at each other, and those lasers were... Anyway, I didn't see
when
the
he
blood.
needed
so
to, he was
somebody,
good.
There's no blood, of course.
Yeah.
With a laser,
but there was a little bit of blood. Like,
I must have missed it.
Well,
then.
when they cut off the guy's arm.
Oh, yeah. I was thinking when they were hit with the...
Yeah, no, nothing on those.
Must have bled inside their super suit.
Or got burned closed. I don't know.
Anyways, that's one of the things I thought I kind of chuckled at in my mind, but that's okay.
Yeah, no, I agree. I thought, the stormtroopers are known for that. They're infamous for it.
Yeah.
But yeah, regarding the effects, it definitely takes a lot of things that have already been done and does more of it. Mm-hmm. But the actual thing that it innovates, and I think people probably know this, but maybe not everybody thinks of it, is sound. So in this movie, like the TIE fighters, the ships as they fly by, the lasers, the lightsabers, they're all created sound effects, the Wookiee sound effect. And a lot of times in science fiction and movies, they just go to a library and pull a sound effect that's been created by someone else a long time ago. And this one actually is infamous for pulling a particular sound effect called the Wilhelm scream, where this guy screams and falls off a thing in the movie. It doesn't really matter, but so they did go to the library to pull some sound effects, but they actually and not just the music, which is obviously I consider awesome music, but the actual sound effects are really their innovation. Just the idea that almost all the sound effects in this movie were created for the movie.
Well, it's interesting because I don't remember the sound effects.
Okay.
So therefore they must not have been obtrusive.
And they shouldn't be, absolutely.
That's right. So it was just smoothly, they're obviously were there.
Yeah.
But they weren't interfering with my watching of the scene. So that's I think that's not bad.
I guarantee you, if you were like a kid in the 80s, you'd be like, you'd be making lightsaber noises all over the place.
Yeah, no, that was good.
Yeah. Like John Williams, the guy who did the music, he did the music for Jaws as well.
Okay.
And Indiana Jones, which you haven't seen, a bunch of movies, he's really I think for me at least, he's the one who sort of made me notice music in movies more.
Okay.
He makes great theme songs.
Yeah. That's good.
Yeah, and I think at 2 hours, it's probably just the right length.
Actually, I thought it was going to be too long.
Yep.
Earlier on, I was struggling because I was up at 6 o'clock this morning, and I was thinking, but then I got caught up a little bit more into it and got some what do you call it, another?
You got a second wind.
A second wind or something. Yeah.
Well, like I said, it has that episodic feel to it a little bit, and that kind of works to keep it interesting. Episodic, like episodes. Woo! Big words. Big words.
Is that more than 7 letters?
You know what? I made the word.
I can't spell. You can say it.
I can't count. It's too hard.
Lord. Oh well, okay. Well, let's let it go with that.
So the idea is it goes in like waves, and there's multiple things. Like they continued to introduce things as it went along, which kept it fresh.
Yeah, maybe that's it.
Definitely
well, the planes were different.
Yeah.
At the end, no question about that. They were almost more look like the modern plane until they went to the X-wing.
Yeah. They were. I think a lot of effort was put into that movie. It's funny. I haven't seen it in a while. I've seen it multiple times.
This would be my first. So I'm a little bit behind you. How many more do I have?
This one, none.
No, that's enough.
But I think we'll go for a sequel. We'll wait to see what your vote is, but we'll talk about that after.
Okay.
But yeah, I haven't seen it in a long time, and I forget how good it is. Like later sequels, which I didn't enjoy as much, probably hurt my like of this movie a little bit too. Like you said about the characters and the way they interact. Like the comedy is just so well done. Like it just drops in when it needs to, but it's not constant, right?
Yeah. It's sometimes it's not missed.
No,
it's just taken in.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's just like it's there when it needs to be. Like they're like Chewbacca, desperate to get out of the garbage compactor. Let me out!
Yeah, and when he dove in, that was nice dive.
Yeah, absolutely.
2-point landing.
Yeah.
Oh well, no, that was good.
Yeah.
It's interesting though. Just before we get into that.
Yeah, of course.
I wasn't sure why I liked it because I liked the movie, but I'm thinking, did I like it because I knew enough about some of the characters and some of the other scenes and some of the other people that and I had to tell myself, no, I actually like this one.
Okay.
But I thought it was being a little bit ingrained from previous, like you said.
From cultural osmosis. So from knowing a little bit about
the osmosis thing,
So
osmosis we used to talk about it for different reasons. That's very scientific.
That's right. Woo.
Yeah.
So you thought maybe just by knowing who Darth Vader was and knowing who Luke Skywalker was.
A little bit about the movie, that maybe I was enjoying it because I understood it more or what. Okay. I think I just enjoyed it.
Yeah.
And I like I said, it was active enough, ongoing enough, changing enough, well done enough that it just really came together for me.
That's a solid piece of storytelling. All right, well, Star Wars, Not A New Hope. It really came together for me. Boom!
Come on, get it. Get it. There we go. Hey.
Oh, the old bait and switch there for a second.
Yeah, well, I have to keep the audience, make sure they don't turn us off until we do that.
That's right. We got to keep it fresh. I mean, you never know. Hey, plot twist, right?
If I'm only going to watch a movie a week, it ain't going to be a bad one.
Well, maybe we should bump it up to 2, hey?
Yeah, but that's still only averaging one a week.
But if we bump it up so that we're doing two. All right.
It's on average.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
We're still averaging one a week. We'll watch 2 when we need to make up the time.
That's right.
All right. I won't push.
No bad ones.
No, we'll stick to the good ones for sure.
Yeah,
there's plenty of those left. In fact, the next one should be pretty awesome, I think. I think you'll like it.
I hope.
All right. Well, you know what, everybody? Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Happy birthday wishes to this guy. I think this will come out after his birthday, but he'll take the wishes anyways.
Oh, whatever, yeah. Don't say
happy birthday to me.
Don't say I hope he doesn't make it past.
The double sevens.
You might miss me.
This is a lucky year. I'd miss you. That's
there
for
you
sure.
go. Well, somebody has to. Anyhow,
Thanks
guys,
for watching.
nice. Thanks very much for watching.
Bye.